From MTN News, you're watching Montana This Morning.
Kids and teachers in Townsend now settling into a new elementary school building. A look at how it compares to the old structure coming up.
These empty spots behind me are a rarity downtown. I'm Edgar Cedillo in downtown Bozeman. I'll tell you how these could become more common.
6:32 on this Friday. Jill Lehman, Matt
I know that myself.
Yeah, he's holding that parking lot. He's still there.
Yeah, he put cones out for you and I.
We're going to head downtown.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's not true.
No, not totally true.
Beautiful shot on your iCam this morning. We were just talking about that.
Fantastic, and sunrise, of course, getting a little later and a little later. But man, it is absolutely gorgeous. You know what that means? That the people that are up at 5:15 are no longer getting the pretty shot as the people that are up at. Yeah, so there's that. Temperatures today should be mild, back into the mid-60s for the afternoon, mostly sunny by the afternoon. Maybe a little breezy. I'm going to talk about our drought conditions and our chances to see more rain. That's coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, thank you, Matt. 6:33 now. Construction started more than a year ago on a new elementary school for Townsend after voters narrowly approved a bond to replace the former outdated building. Now students are almost a month into classes in the new facility. TN's Jonathan Ambarian got a look at what educators excited about this space.
The Townsend School District got approval to move into its new elementary school building only a few days before the start of the school year in August. Now, though there's plenty of work still to be done, they're starting to settle into the new facility.
It's starting to feel real. It is.
The old building, which dated back to 1952, had leaking roofs, an inefficient heating system, and classrooms and bathrooms that weren't fully accessible.
I think one of the biggest things we had there was trying to share spaces, things like the lunchroom and PE, trying to coordinate with schedules, trying to make all of that work.
Principal Christina Hartman says the new building gives them dedicated spaces for activities, so students can spend less time going place to place and more time learning. It features a more secure entrance.
Our old building did not have that safety feature. Pretty much anyone could walk in the front doors and walk past our secretaries.
One standout feature is the learning stairs, where they can bring students from more than one class together.
They love it. They really do. It's something new, and again, we're not trying to squash into a classroom where people can't see what's happening.
At a ribbon cutting next week, the stairs will be officially dedicated in honor of Cecilia Hazelton, an educator the school was previously named after. Furniture is still arriving for the new building. Construction is also ongoing on the second phase of the project, connecting the elementary and middle schools and finishing the playground. That work should be done by November.
Because of the demolition of the previous school, we knew that it was going to take a while longer to get through phase 2.
Superintendent Susie Headland says some money is still left over from the bond, and they're looking at the possibility of adding on 2 new classrooms as they respond to growing enrollment.
Last school year, we had 630 students approximately at the beginning of the school year, and right now we have 720.
The ribbon-cutting ceremony at the new school is set to begin at 5 p.m. on Tuesday, with the dedication of the learning stairs set for 6 p.m. In Townsend, Jonathan Ambarian, MTN News.
All right, thank you, Jonathan. In other news this morning, parking in downtown Bozeman always gets people around town talking, especially when it comes to finding a place to stop for business or fun. TN's Edgar Cedillo reports on the possibility of a new city parking garage.
While it's still early on in the process, the city of Bozeman and Gallatin County have partnered together to potentially look at putting in a new parking garage where right now the Gallatin County Courthouse.
The commission asked us to secure a second site for a second parking garage in downtown Bozeman.
That site sits right here behind the Gallatin County Courthouse.
We think it's a net benefit to the community. We think it's really great for downtown to expand parking. And
if the parking lot is built, the structure would be similar in size to the garage down the street on Black Avenue.
The current garage has 435 spaces. Looks like the county site could support about 400 spaces.
Although the garage project is on the county site, it would be paid for by the city, partially funded by paid downtown parking and the downtown tax district.
Securing the necessary revenue and financing to support that garage. A parking garage is estimated to cost about $16.5 million on their site.
The city and the county both agree that this would be necessary for downtown
and those who need to go to the courthouse.
We're trading parking for parking. Our goal in all of this is to make sure first that citizens have access to the building so they can come in and.
But before we get too excited, more downtown parking is still a ways away.
The likely timeline for completion of our parking garage would be the end of 2025 at this point.
This morning, yesterday marked the first day of fall, but in Montana, it's never too soon to be thinking about winter. TN's Eric Johnson has more on how a once-in-a-lifetime weather phenomenon could affect us here in Big Sky Country.
We're currently seeing cooler than normal temperatures in the eastern Pacific near the equator. This is what we call La Nina. The World Meteorological Organization is forecasting the La Nina climate pattern to last through the next 6 months into its third consecutive winter, making this the first triple-dip La Nina of the last century. Under normal circumstances, a prevailing or dominant wind known as the trade winds travel from east to west near the equator. The wind pushes an area of warmer water from South America to near Asia. During a La Nina year, the trade winds are especially strong, pushing the warmer water further west and causing upwelling, a process that causes colder water to rise to the surface. Those cooler ocean temperatures have major implications on global climate patterns. During a typical wintertime La Nina, the Pacific Northwest tends to get above normal precipitation and cooler than normal temperatures. Each phase of El Niño or La Nina typically lasts 9 months to a year, but can last several years, like in the case of this year's triple-dip La Nina. In Montana, the La Nina phase is preferred as the El Niño generally brings mild temperatures, drier than normal conditions, and a worsening drought to the state during the winter months. Reporting in Great Falls, meteorologist Eric Johnson, MTN News.
6:39 now. A serious medical diagnosis can be life-changing. That's why many people want another perspective. But second opinions can be expensive and may require you to travel to get one. Now, virtual second opinions are offering a lifeline for people who otherwise might not be able to get one.
I started having some heart rhythm issues.
Active for most of his life, Dan Walden knew something was off when he could no longer keep up with his grandkids.
So I finally got to where they did an MRI on my heart.
That MRI and blood work pointed to a rare disease called AL amyloidosis. It can kill people in months without treatment. But all of Dan's biopsies were negative, so doctors in his home state of Georgia couldn't diagnose him.
Feeling like I was dying, and we didn't have any answers.
Searching for answers, Dan reached outside of Georgia virtually to the Cleveland Clinic for a second opinion, a decision he says saved his life.
Literally within 2 weeks of me engaging the Cleveland Clinic, they responded to me with a positive diagnosis.
Now he's getting the medical attention he needs. More people like him are turning to virtual technologies for quicker access to life-saving treatment. The virtual second opinion market is expected to be worth more than $7 billion by 2024. That's up from roughly $3 billion a few years ago. But not everyone has the power to access a second opinion. Getting one of the nation's top doctors to speak with you over Zoom can come at a pretty high cost.
They do require payment, sometimes out of pocket, sometimes partially by insurance.
That's where Dr. Howard Kleckner is making a difference. He and his team, known as the Second Opinion, are removing all barriers to care.
But there's nothing quite like this.
Most of the physicians on staff are retired but still want to practice medicine, and they're willing to do it without a paycheck.
We have over 70 doctors who volunteer their time.
Everything is done via Zoom. An expert panel meets directly with patients and their families to review their case and go over treatment options. Kleckner says it's not about finding other doctors' mistakes. In fact, they rarely do. He says their mission is much more than that.
They need reassurance that they're doing the right thing. And I think that's what we can provide, the comfort and understanding that they need to go through their treatment.
Right now, the Second Opinion only offers free virtual second opinions to people in California. They hope to see the effort expand to other states.
It's a very worthwhile service that we can provide the community, particularly those people who otherwise either wouldn't have the means or understanding to obtain additional information.
As for Dan, he's thankful for his second chance and the time he gets to spend with his grandkids.
It's important to me to be active enough that I can be a good granddad.